Okay, let's do this. Hi, I'm Scarlett. You might remember me from such videos as 20 Random Things About Me, which was last week. But if you don't, that's okay, because I'm gonna do some stuff. We're gonna do my favorite shit from March, even though it's April now. I thought because I'm not trying to be a beauty guru, mostly because I don't have that level of commitment or polishedness. Is that a word? It's a word now. I thought instead of doing the typical favorites like hair stuff, beauty stuff, I'm just gonna do random shit that I kind of thought was okay. I'm the kind of person that likes to find out what other people are listening to and what they're reading and what they're doing and all that kind of stuff. I'm a people watcher. That also applies to internet people watching, which kind of sounds a little bit dodgy now that I think of it. Not like that. I like finding out what people are listening to and kind of trying to get in their brain a little bit and figure them out. So I thought I might share some of my stuff as well. I kind of want to do this as like a monthly thing and break it up into what music I was really enjoying, what I was reading, and just like general life shit. I'll probably do like the beauty version when I'm more like pinned up and shit. But that is for a future video, for a future Scarlett, when she could actually be fucked doing her makeup properly. Anyone that knows me relatively well in real life or has been following my Instagram for a little while might know that I have a very eclectic taste in music. So I'm kind of pretty much all over the shop when it comes to what I'm listening to. The last few weeks I've been listening to a lot of Tash Sultana. I've really been enjoying her live performances in particular, and she has a lot of stuff on her YouTube channel that I think she must have filmed in her house or something. It's just her doing her thing. And it's really cool. I also watched a few interviews with her and a couple of like short little doco things, kind of about where she started, her problems with drug addictions and all that kind of stuff, and how music sort of was her way to heal and get through all that, and sappy la la la. Really, really good. Check her out. She's an Aussie girl. Probably about a month and a half ago now, a friend of mine sort of reintroduced me to Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. I usually don't listen to a lot of punk, but this is kind of like a punk meets hard rock meets just general British attitude. I don't know if that's the thing. Lead singer used to be in a band called Gallows or The Gallows. They're definitely on the punk end of the spectrum, but I feel like this is a nice mix of some shit that I like. I've also really been getting into the iTunes original series on Apple Music. In particular, I've been listening to, there's one with Fiona Apple and one with Alexis on Fire that's actually really, really good. It's a mixture of interviews and different songs from different albums. They talk a little bit about touring in Australia and the evolution of their music and kind of the meaning behind a few of their songs. It's really, really interesting. It's kind of like if podcast and a compilation album had a baby. Yeah. I feel like I could probably sit here for another 6 hours and list everything I've been listening to lately, but one that I had to include was Black Label Society. I remember when I first kind of discovered them was with Kings of Damnation, which I'm pretty sure is like a greatest hits or a compilation kind of album. I was really bummed because I lost the CD a few years ago and I didn't think that they had it on iTunes, but like 3 days ago I found it on there and I was really, really happy. And yeah, so that's probably it for now. I do pretty regularly post up on my Instagram what I'm listening to. I have a hashtag, Scarlett's Tunes. I'll sporadically post up there what I'm listening to. Sometimes I'll spend it over a whole day depending on what I'm doing. So yeah, if you're kind of a sticky beak when it comes to what everyone else is listening to, you can check that out too. So I don't typically read a lot, but a few years ago my sister gave me some books that I admittedly didn't actually end up reading. Sorry Mel. Fast forward till end of January, I decided I was sick of feeling like shit all the time. Remembered that my sister bought me these books and decided to pull them out. So this one, Change Your Thinking. It's all about cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm not a doctor. I'm probably not the best person to give you like the Cliff Notes version of it, so just Google it. The book does go through and explain a little bit of the basics behind it. In general, it's about recognizing sort of negative thought patterns and what kind of situations and behaviors and all that kind of stuff can like trigger it and how to pull yourself back out of it. A lot of really good coping mechanisms in there, especially for anxiety and if you're in stressful situations and all that kind of thing. So I found it really helpful so far. I haven't really got super far into the book, but what I've read so far has proven to be pretty valuable to me. So yeah, so if that's your thing, maybe check it out. There is another one she gave me, 10 Days to Great Self-Esteem, which I did start reading a few years back, but again, didn't get very far into it just because I'm not like a huge reader and I have to be super motivated to read it. But yeah, that'll be the next one. So I wanted to chuck in some general life things that I've been doing just because I can. For anyone that's been following me on Instagram, you probably noticed that I'm back again. Hi. I took about 4 weeks off social media cold turkey. No Facebook, no Snapchat, no Instagram. I've never really had Twitter. A few people I was following at the time were starting to be a little bit self-destructive with their posts, and it was kind of just something I didn't really want to see when I was already not doing well mentally myself. You can't fill someone else's bucket if yours is empty, or something like that. I found that scrolling through and seeing all this negative stuff was just kind of contributing to my already shit moods and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, nah, I don't really need it. Let's just cut it out for a little while. 4 weeks later was probably the best thing I've done in a really, really long time. I've come back, I've rebranded a little tiny bit. I'm picking up my photography again, which is really exciting. I guess an obvious one would be that I'm starting my YouTube channel. It's something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I've kind of dabbled a little bit with Darling Downs Pinup Academy with my friend Melanie, aka Diamond Divine. We did a few videos, not the best quality because I only had my gear for photography and not for filming. So it's a little bit different. I had to pick up a few things before I could start doing it properly, so here we are. But yeah, I've always been really interested in it. I watch probably more YouTube than the average person should. I haven't really come across anyone with the same kind of idea as what I want to bring to YouTube. My interests are kind of all over the place. I really enjoy pinup and doing photography and doing makeovers and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably be doing a few tutorials as well. I've already done like a quick 5-minute speed through of my typical pinup hair and makeup routine. I want to do interviews with some people that I find particularly interesting, a few local bands that I really enjoy. I also kind of want to try vlogging or the day in the life kind of style videos. Not that I really do anything particularly interesting during the week. It's usually go work, do mum stuff, sit around. I don't know. We'll see if that actually happens. So yeah, this has been a bit of a haphazard kind of video. I'm not sure if I'll actually continue doing this every month, but I might change the format a little bit, who knows. If this is something you'd like me to keep doing, let me know in the comments. Maybe let me know if you think I could change up some stuff, maybe do a similar thing for my pinup alter ego. I'd like to do beauty related ones. I've done a few of those on the Darling Downs Pinup Academy YouTube channel. They were really fun as well. So yeah, let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on all the things. I'm not really on many of the things at the moment. I do have a Facebook page, The Sometimes Pinup, and my Instagram is Scarlett The Sometimes Pinup with little dots in between all the words. Hopefully you like this kind of more casual, normal style of video. Kind of sucks sitting on the floor if I'm honest, but you know, what are you gonna do? I don't really know how I'm supposed to end these still, so I'm just gonna go. Bye! I feel like I'm having a Trisha Paytas moment. Except I'm not crying on the kitchen floor. Do you like my shirt? You know what's really annoying? Growing out your fringe. Ant from Baltimore Gun Club, bass player extraordinaire, made this. I can't point at it, but he made it. It's a light box, isn't it cool? He also did this. He drew my little ray gun for me, and my friend Dan tattooed it. Team effort, guys!